This Town Home Spec Inspections. Doing inspection this afternoon, 15467 East 118th Avenue, I believe. Getting started though, just a bit tad early here, trying to beat the rain here, I think, coming in. So anyway, this is an ASHI inspection. ASHI is the American Society of Home Inspectors. A copy of ASHI Standards of Practice is given with the home inspection contract, and is the contract. The American Society of Home Inspectors Standards of Practice gives us the list of what I inspect, what I don't inspect, and what to expect from a home inspection. Basically, this is similar to hiring an electrician, plumber, furnace person, and structural engineer all in one. If we find issues with those 4 different systems or trades, then we have the electrician, the plumber, the furnace guy, or whoever it may be, the window person, to come out to further evaluate. The reason for that is that there's different ways of fixing the same problems. Different opinions, methods, cost, materials, and just different opinions on how to fix stuff. Okay. So I don't do that. It's contractor stuff, or engineer, or furnace person, whatever it may be. Generally, we don't need to have those guys come out to further evaluate. But if we do, we do, and then you have an actual price of how much it's going to cost to fix. Okay, it's also not a cosmetic nickel and dime inspection. I'm not looking for holes in screens or dandelions, okay? Looking for major issues. Hopefully there aren't any. Usually there aren't. We're going to start on the roof and work my way down. Okay, just a disclaimer on the roof here. You don't get on roofs like this. Okay, they can crack. So, and you too, be careful putting Christmas lights up or whatever, or washing windows, or contractors getting up on this tile roofs. Concrete tiles will crack unless you walk in exactly the right spot, which is very difficult to do. So, why do you care? The only way to really look at this, put my ladder up here on the edge of the eaves and do the rest of it with binoculars. It's not the best way to inspect the roof, but it's the only way. And also, we don't have permission from the seller to get on the roof anyway. So that's how we're going to do it. If you need to have it further evaluated, you can actually get a professional roofer up here, and they know how to walk the roof. Okay, these are concrete tile roofs here, and this basically lasts forever. What sometimes happens, you'll have little hairline cracks in these, and it's kind of like, so what? We may not be able to see those, so it's not a big deal. So we're going to look with binoculars. Take my ladder around if we can. Take a look. It does appear this row of tile here, you see it coming out and slipping back down. And slipping back down over there too. See it coming down? Now, I don't know, they might have not secured those properly. Right now it's not a big deal, but if they move down far enough, you can get driving rain up underneath that flashing and it's going to leak. Gutters don't look too bad. So just so you know what I'm doing, I use these binoculars here and kind of look up the roof up there, and that's how we look at them. Now there's little chips and stuff, and corners are chipped off, not a lot, but anyway, like I say, there's lots of areas of the roof we really can't see. Anyway, get a general impression of the roof. Need further evaluation, you have to get a professional roofer up here, and permission of the seller to get up there. So we do have one bogey up there. I hope we can see it on here. Try to see the thumb here. See that shake or shingle or tile coming out there? That's slipping out. The other ones are kind of not insecure either, so you might want to get a roofer up here to see what's going on there. But the rest of these tiles not secured up underneath there. Let's take another shot at it here, trying to hold this kind of steady here. Hopefully you can see that. Just trying to look at the rest of them here. Yeah, tile slipped out of there. You might want to cut that tree off your roof. You just plug up your gutters and just don't need it on your tree, on your roof. Yeah, I see some more tile slipping down there. One slipping up down over there too. So, and you got another tile slipping out up there. It's kind of tough to see without using a binocular. If it doesn't show up. It's right there. Way up there. There somewhere. So you probably need a roofer up here to secure these things back up in there. And another snafu. There's that little sliver of tile slipping out there. There's different ways of doing this. You know, instead of cutting the little slivers, what you do is you cut two big ones smaller, so you don't have to have that butted up against, if that makes any sense. So you make two larger ones rather than those little bitty slivers like that. You guys, this, they just cemented them in there. See that? That's, you got a lot of that going on. That's what you got going. They didn't do it right. This one's sliding out too. So there's probably a bazillion of that up there where I can't see. So need a pro roofer up here. You want to secure and tighten up all your outside lights and tighten these up and then caulk all this stuff. Extensions are notorious getting plugged up. You need to find the end of this daylight. Okay. Okay, this is the left side of the house as you look at it from the street. So you need to caulk right up here. Just put some caulk up. You want driving rain behind there. You got one AC unit. Looks like the littler one. This must be the one they put in after the fact, I'm guessing. I don't know. So anyway, we're going to get them both fired up. A little bit tilted. It's supposed to be perfectly level. You screw up the freons or purons in there, and then it stresses the refrigerant line. So that means I'm pulling on the refrigerant line. I'll pull that out. You can caulk that. Keep it from pulling on here. Your window well is something better than this. Well, they really got this in here, so yeah, you need to cover it with plexiglass cover. Keep the rain out and keep the debris out of there. Punch some holes in the siding there and then caulk them up. You need to caulk those up. There's such big gaps, you need to have little covers go over them maybe. You don't want driving rain go behind there. Another underground extension here going nowhere. You need to have the end of this showing. Clean them out, all of them. And if you're going to put underground extension, you got to make sure there's Schedule 40 real plumbing pipe, not those flexible little things underneath there. Okay, looking behind the vinyl siding here, you can see that there's no, hopefully you can see that, there's no insulation, and there's no, what do you call it, paper barrier behind there. It's recommended by the OSB manufacturers and the vinyl manufacturers that you put a house wrap or tie back behind here. They didn't, and I'm suspecting this is probably an Oakwood home. Oakwood does that a lot, and I've actually wrote it up and showed them, and they said, well, we ain't gonna do it. So there you go. This Trex type deck probably doesn't need to have a building permit because it's so low, it's not gonna really hurt anybody, and the handrails is fairly decent. It's a Trex deck. We don't know how it's attached underneath here. It's too low to look, but it is what it is. We don't know about the grade underneath here either. Water hitting here going into your basement. There's another underground extension. These are real flexible, little flimsy little things. They just collapse underneath here, so you don't need to put it underground anyway. I just let it drain on top, and then you know that you got it draining right. You need to maintain a positive drainage here. You can see how this is sloped in right in here. The water's going to go right in your well there. Right in towards the house. Need to get a 10% grade 5 feet away from the house. Builder here, Oakwood, so it looks pretty good. Make sure they got the right breakers in here. The wires are the right size. Be thinking, oop, that ain't cool. You're supposed to seal up that hole. You get wasps in there, and it's also supposed to suppress the oxygen and all kinds of goofy stuff. But